Greetings, everyone. I want to run you through how to search for and use the Thesis Generator and outline function to help you write a paper. So what you're seeing here is just the search engine, and we're going to put in the words Thesis Generator. Now there are different ones that you can use, but the ones that I prefer to have students play with to do their brainstorming is this first one. It's called Thesis Generator Ashford Writing Center. If you click that, we'll go straight into it. What you're going to see is a list of blanks that you enter information into, and they've actually given you the wording of that. If you're very careful about the wording, you can create a wonderfully constructed rough draft of your thesis statement. Okay, so what you're seeing here is just to state your topic, and whatever that topic is, there's no special wording for that. It just helps you when it generates the outline for you, and I'm going to use homeschooling. So if we go down to the next part, it literally says state your main idea about the topic. Now this is someone should do something. And remember, this is your rough draft of the thesis statement, so it's going to change as you do some research and find out if your points are going to work. So on this one, if I'm talking about homeschool, I might say that parents should homeschool children. So all I did was word that in the same way that that was worded, the example was worded. So give a reason that supports your main idea. Now this is the it, in this case, is homeschooling. And if I'm for it, then I want all my 3 points to be for it. So it allows students to work at their own pace, which may be one benefit. And of course, this is brainstorming, so once you start doing your research, you might find that that doesn't work quite as well. So it also there is evidence to support that a higher percentage of homeschooled children go to college, which whether or not that is true, we'll see when we start doing research. And then give one more reason that supports your main idea. So the third one might have to do with, homeschooled children doing better in math or doing better in writing. It could also be for religious reasons. That's one of the reasons that seem to be out there that people do homeschool. So we could put, it allows, get this out, allows or incorporate religious beliefs. So if you look at this, it allows homeschool children to practice, or we could just put to incorporate. Probably sounds a little bit better. See, I'm brainstorming with you. And also just a matter of point here, homeschooled in this case can be listed as 2 words or 1 according to the new definition. So that's why it's showing up in red. Now the other thing is include an opposing viewpoint, and a big one for this one is socialization. So homeschooled children may have less social skills, we'll pretend, than in the public or private, you could do either one, private school system. Okay, so we've got all our parts, and all we did was word it sort of like the generator did it, so that we can get something that resembles a rough draft of a thesis statement. So we're going to generate it and see how we did. Okay, so it says, while homeschooled children may have less social skills than those in the public school system, which you would have to look that up to see if that is indeed true. Parents should homeschool children because it allows students to work at their own pace. There's evidence to support that a higher percentage of homeschooled children go to college, and it allows homeschooled children to incorporate religious beliefs. So you can see that it's sort of it is a rough draft, but it does have the components of the brainstorming so that you can start research. Now, one cool thing on this tool that I want to show you before I end the video is that it does have it shows you how this would look in outline format, which is really cool. So if you're having trouble organizing your thoughts around this and seeing what works. You can start by brainstorming the thesis statement with the generator and then roll down here and see what that looks like. So this kind of tells you, hey, what do I include in an introductory paragraph, because we are using argument. And then, for example, this would be the thesis, which usually is the last sentence in that first section. And of course, again, this is the rough draft. You would have to tweak it. And then paragraph 1 would actually be multiple paragraphs in college. We wouldn't just be doing a 5-paragraph essay. And it shows you like the very first part of that, what that might look like in rough draft format. And then it goes on to show you the next part. So you can see how if you have a nicely set up thesis statement, you can really structure your paper very nicely. And if you're ever asked to do an outline, a sentence outline, this is the perfect way to start that. So I hope that you found this helpful. And if you have any questions, you can always send a message and I will respond. So thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.